Oh man, guys, it's happening. It's really happening. The sun is starting to peek through the clouds, and the fog is starting to lift. Yay! We're finally going to get some really nice 70 plus degree weather, and it's going to be amazing. Great way to get ready for the weekend, which is starting in just a little over a day and a half from now. And that is awesome. Happy Thursday, everybody! It is Thursday. It is awesome to be here today, making this a video, as it always is. First things first, let's get started on the birthday shout-outs. There's actually several people that, several of my friends on Facebook had birthdays today. So you got a girl who I did church-related stuff with back at Gettysburg College. One of my teammates from cross country and track, his birthday is also today. She actually recently got married, so congratulations. Someone I also know from Gettysburg College as well. And finally, believe it or not, my old phlebotomy teacher. Yeah, her birthday is today too. I've actually alluded to who she is. She actually has the same name of a certain coin. But yeah, all your birthdays are today, so happy birthday to all four of you guys. I hope your day turns out to be a very nice one. As well as I hope that nothing bad happens, obviously. So, yeah. Let's see, what else is there to discuss today? Well, believe it or not, recently I actually went to the movies to watch a little certain something. Now, but before I get into this, I would like to let you know, in this video, there will actually be some usage of curse words involved. So if you don't want to hear those words, or you have children who you don't want to hear those words, then feel free to stop the video here. I will never hold it against you. I always try and make sure everything is user friendly and user safe. And yes, I have used curse words in the past, but I've always tried to warn people as when I'm about to do them. And plus, the times I have cursed, believe it or not, at least by my count, they've been describing movie titles that just happen to have curse words in the name. So, with that said, this is what I'm going to start talking about now, so if you want to stop the video, do it now. I actually saw the movie Action Point. But, Nick, Action Point's... There's no curse word in Action Point. Unless you use maybe anagrams, perhaps. Anagrams, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know, is when you take one or more words, take the letters out of them, and switch them around to make new words. It's actually really fun to do sometimes. Like an example of an anagram would be tens and then nets. See, T-E-N-S and N-E-T-S, same four letters, but, different words. Kind of like that. Very simple. It's actually can be really fun if you know what you're doing. But Action Point is a movie that stars and was written and co-written by and produced by a guy by the name of Johnny Knoxville. Now, who is Johnny Knoxville, you ask? He, along with several other people who are in the movie Action Point, starred in a hit show back in the 90s, as well as a hit series of movies called the Jackass movies. Now, when I was little, I grew up in a very, very clean, very conservative household, so I was not allowed to watch any shows like that. None. Like, I had to wait until I was supposed to wait until I was 13 to watch The Simpsons. I had to wait until I was 17 to watch South Park. For the record, I was 10 and then almost turning 14 for both shows, respectively. But again, it had to be stuff like that. I actually had to jump through hoops to try and stay up late enough to watch home movies on Adult Swim on Mondays and Thursdays, back when Adult Swim was like not every day of the week. Home Movies is a really good show. You guys should watch that. Anyway. But when I finally got around to watching the Jackass show, especially the Jackass movies, I was hooked. I loved it. You know, it actually helped me get me through a lot of negative stuff going on in my life. And for that, I am grateful. And honestly, after watching Action Point, it's basically a love letter to that kind of stuff. I mean, is it a great movie? No, but what you get is, again, a love letter to shows like the Jackass shows or any of Johnny Knoxville's movies. Like Dirty Grandpa, there's actually some heart in that movie. That was actually really good. And let's see. I haven't seen The Last Stand. That was actually the first movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger did after he started going back to movies. I haven't seen that movie, but I hear it's pretty solid. I hear Johnny Knoxville is okay in it. So, that's really cool. And basically, the premise of Action Point is, well, without trying to get into spoilers, is that Johnny Knoxville's character is getting older. You know, his daughter's growing up and heading off into the world. And, you know, all he has left is the park that he runs, which is called Action Point, which is actually based on a real place. And so, you know, he's trying to maintain, he's trying to, you know, keep everything ship-shape for a carnival like that at the time, because this is actually a really bad place to go to in the movie. It's portrayed that way. Like, people drink all the time, people can get hurt, you don't have to worry about lawsuits, all that kind of stuff. But, excuse me. That's basically the premise of the movie. And honestly, if you like the Jackass stuff, or any of Johnny Knoxville's other movies, you're going to like it just fine. It's a pretty solid flick, actually. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it for everyone. I mean, I just said if you don't like hearing curse words, or if you have children, you probably really shouldn't be watching that movie, Action Point, or any of the Jackass movies, to be perfectly honest. But if you feel it's okay for them to watch, or if you feel it's okay to watch, go right ahead. And it's pretty solid. And honestly, I gotta say, if Action Point is meant to be a swan song for this type of Johnny Knoxville movie, it really works that way. It really, really does. Again, not a perfect movie, but it's pretty solid in terms of what you want and what you're looking for. Depending on what you want and what you're looking for. I can tell you this right now, it is better than Super Troopers 2, hands down. I will argue with anyone who says otherwise. It's that much better. Yeah, I already said my thoughts about Super Troopers 2 a while back, but quick recap. If you want to watch any Broken Lizard movie, watch Slammin' Salmon or Beer Fest. Beer Fest is really funny. So yeah, Slammin' Salmon, Beer Fest. I'm sure there's probably another movie I can't think of. Maybe the first Super Troopers, actually the first Super Troopers movie you can watch over Super Troopers 2. And Action Point. All those movies are better than Super Troopers 2. Easily. So, yeah, that's about all I have to say for Action Point. And, you know what, I'm going to say it around here. You can watch the video again. Because I'm not going to use any possible curse words anymore. With that note, how about we get into stuff that's coming up today? Well, it's Thursday, and you know what that means. The first new episode of the new season, Season 6 of Hot Ones on YouTube. Yes! I am so excited. See, ladies and gentlemen, with Hot Ones, when Hot Ones transitions into a new season, they do the last episode of that particular season. They do 1 week of Q&As, another week where nothing happens, and last week in the link that I showed you, they do a video on what the new hot sauce lineup is going to be. But now that everything is taken care of, and now that everything's good to go, the new season starts today. And honestly, it goes into what I'm talking about, what I was talking about earlier, because they always do a sneak preview of whatever the guest is going to be in this week's video for Hot Ones. And this week, we got Johnny Knoxville. So yeah, I am really looking forward to that. 11 a.m. cannot come soon enough. Well, actually, it can't. It's only going to be a couple hours from now. I can wait. We all can wait. I mean, think of it this way. The sooner it gets to be 11 o'clock today, the sooner it'll be 3 o'clock Friday afternoon. Or the Friday afternoon in general for everybody. Excuse me. So, yeah. That's about everything I have to say for right now. I gotta say, as time goes on making these videos, I've had a lot of fun doing it. And I'm really glad that you guys have for those of you who actually stuck around from the very beginning. I mean, if you're tuning in, that's fine too. But for those of you who are watching, I'm glad you stick around. I really am appreciative of everything that's gone on when it comes to making these videos. And I'm really also appreciative of some of you guys' reactions to it. It actually makes it all worthwhile. And I'm really glad I finally got brave and started putting a camera in front of my face. So, with that being said, like, favorite, share, and subscribe. I could really use the support. I am humbled that I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I'm hopeful that we all have a wonderful Thursday. And remember, if you guys ever want to talk, or if you guys ever want to chat, I'll always be here to lend an ear, and I'll always have your back. So take care, everybody.